Welcome back to another video. Today I want to read you a story about Pete the Cat, and this book is called Pete the Cat and the Cool Caterpillar. Do you see the caterpillar down here? Yeah. I wonder what's going to happen with Pete and the caterpillar. Do you have any guesses? Maybe you've read stories about caterpillars before and you know what usually happens in those stories? I'm thinking. Well, let's open up the story and find out. Pete the Cat and the Cool Caterpillar. Pete is on a bug safari. He and his friends are looking for bugs. How many bugs can they find? Let's find out what bugs they see and how many. Callie spots a tiny black ant. It's building an anthill, she says. Groovy, says Pete. What are Pete and his friend Callie holding? It looks like they have magnifying glasses so that they can see little things much bigger. They can see the really little ant through their magnifying glass. Gus finds a round red ladybug in the mint patch. It has 9 spots, says Gus. Nice, says Pete. Do you see the ladybug with her spots? Yeah, there's 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 spots. Marty sees a big black spider. It's caught a fly, he says. Neat, says Pete. Do you see the fly? Where is it? Yeah, it's in the spider web. What do you think the spider's going to do with that fly? Maybe. Pete finds a green caterpillar in the flower pot. I will bring it home to show Mom and Dad. Oh, he wants to keep the caterpillar. Mom helps Pete build a home for the caterpillar. They use a big jar. Dad puts a lot of little holes in the lid for air. Pete puts the caterpillar in the jar. Oh, look, the dad has a hammer and a screwdriver to make little holes in the lid so that when the caterpillar is in the jar, it can still breathe fresh air. What else do they put in the jar with the caterpillar? What do you see? Leaves, yeah. Pete puts some leaves in the jar for the caterpillar to eat. He adds a twig for it to crawl on. Good night, Pete, says Mom. Good night, Pete, says Dad. Good night, caterpillar, says Pete. When Pete wakes up, the caterpillar is gone. Where did it go? Did it run away? It's not gone, says Mom. It did not run away, says Dad. Look, they say. Do you see where the caterpillar is? Yeah, I see something over here. Let's find out what it is. The caterpillar is inside there, says Mom. It's called a pupa. Sometimes we call it the caterpillar's cocoon. Will it stay in there forever? Pete asks. No, said Dad. The caterpillar is changing into something new. Do you know what the caterpillar is going to change into? Do you have a guess? What will it become? Pete asks. It's a surprise, says Mom. We must wait and see. Pete waits. Callie comes to visit. Did it come out yet? She asks. Not yet, says Pete. Pete waits some more. Gus comes to visit. Did it come out yet? He asks. Not yet, says Pete. Pete waits even longer. Marty comes to visit. Did it come out yet? He asks. Not yet, says Pete. Look at Pete's ears. He's looking like he's a little tired of waiting. It can take a while for it to change. Pete waits and waits and waits. Then one day, something finally happens. The pupa starts to wiggle. Something is happening, says Pete. It wiggles some more. Everyone comes over to watch. The pupa cracks open. Something is coming out. What can it be? Do you know what it is? Let's see. A head pokes out, then some legs and 2 colorful wings. The caterpillar changed into a beautiful butterfly. Wow, says Pete. The butterfly slowly moves its wings up and down. It is ready to fly. They take the jar to the park. Time to say goodbye, says Dad. Pete opens the lid of the jar. The butterfly flaps its wings and flutters out of the jar and lands on Pete's nose. That tickles, he says. Then the butterfly flies up into the sky. Bye bye, butterfly, everyone says. Oh, they kept the caterpillar until it turned into a butterfly, but then they set it free so it could live in nature, so it could fly. It would be really hard for it to fly if it was still inside that jar. Let's find a new caterpillar, says Pete. Change is pretty cool. What a fun story! Pete was on a bug hunt when he found a caterpillar. He put the caterpillar in a jar and he saw it change. It changed into a pupa, and then out of the pupa came a butterfly. What a fun story. Bye, friends.